Real quick. I'll walk and talk with you. I do a podcast on podcasts, and I'm wondering if there's any particular reason why you might shut off a podcast.
Sure. Advertisements.
Gotcha.
If the content is too boring. If the podcaster is annoying.
What makes a podcaster annoying?
Probably the same thing that makes a person annoying generally.
Hey podcaster, I'm Tim Wahlberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can sound like a pro and gain more podcast fans. Today's tip is coming to you straight from the street. On my last episode, I shared with you how to pull off a streeter. So if you haven't heard that, go back and listen to it because this is what it's all about today. By the way, at the end of this episode, I'm going to tell you how you can incorporate your listener into your podcast without even leaving your studio. Remember last episode? In case you missed it, in a nutshell, I hit the streets using my cell phone as a recorder to grab clips from real humans in response to a question I knew you, my listener, was going to care about. My question was, why do you turn off a podcast? There was one overwhelming theme that nearly everyone I talked to brought up, which I'm going to get to in a second. But first, here are a few other reasons.
Why would you shut off a podcast?
Ads?
Too many adverts.
Advertisements.
Too many ads.
Trying to be like salesy or something like that, maybe pitching too many things.
I know, but you got to make a living too, right? Okay, so point taken. But if you're going to do ads, spread them apart, keep them short, and if you can, make them entertaining. If you want to know how to pull off an effective ad, listen to episode 25, How to Handle Sponsorship Successfully. Let's find out another reason why people turned off podcasts.
Usually if it's too long.
Probably length, really.
Sometimes they're way too long.
If it's too long.
It's like, I don't want to listen to it for 5 car rides.
No.
Length. Yes, we've talked about this on my show, and a lot of podcasters wonder, what is the perfect length of a podcast? The answer to this question is as long as it takes to deliver on your promise. I can deliver on my promise, one actionable tip to improve your podcast, in roughly 5 minutes. How long is it taking you? So, what about sound?
Is audio quality important to you?
Yes, definitely. Not the most important.
Content is.
Content over quality.
I'd say so, yeah. If I haven't heard that many where it is like fuzzy when they're speaking, but I'd say so. I'd say it's a big factor, definitely.
I think it depends on the podcast because sometimes it's nice to have a feeling of like authenticity on a podcast, but yeah, if you can't hear it properly then obviously. But yeah, I think audio, sometimes the audio is purposely kind of more like
Raw.
Yeah, exactly, for a reason. So
Kind of like this on the street. Yeah. We're raw. We're talking to real people, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's quite nice. Otherwise it can feel too clinical sometimes.
Somebody else I spoke with actually said that they don't come across many podcasts with poor audio quality anymore. And that makes me so happy to hear. You guys, you really care. Oh my. Thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you. But the big one pet peeve for listeners was all about your content.
Not staying on topic, going off topic, or a lot of like other chat about other stuff that I wasn't wanting.
It takes too long to like get to the point. The intros are usually quite long.
Yeah, or not relevant to something you were looking to listen to, maybe.
And then they go off on something else.
Yeah. Going off on tangents.
Yeah, and I mean, I select them by the title, obviously, and then the description. But if I start hearing that it's not matching the description, then I'm going to turn it off.
You've been misled.
That's right. Yeah, no fun.
People talk too much about themselves, like introduce themselves too much or talk about something that's like not relatable, I guess.
You tuned in for something and they're not delivering that.
Right. Yeah. So maybe the headline or whatever wasn't reflective of the actual content, or they like promised that you would learn something and then you never did.
Or if the speaker goes over the same information over and over, or they get sidetracked too much and I'm like, I wanted to listen to this topic. If they're just talking and like back and forth chatting, I don't want to listen to conversation. Like I want the meat.
Give the woman some meat already. That's all she wants. Don't mislead your listener and don't waste their time. I say this way too often. Respect your listener. This is like going into a restaurant and having your server talk about themselves the whole time, and they screw up your order so you don't even get what you came in for. Imagine you're in New York City where there are thousands of restaurants to choose from, like there are podcasts. How many of you would actually go back to that restaurant after an experience like that? Your podcast is not about you. It's for your listeners, so make sure that it's serving them. So this was sort of part 2 of how to use streeters in your podcast. I hope you can see how powerful they can be in revealing public opinions on topics that matter to your listener, and why you might want to consider using them in your show. And I hope that's just the tip you need. Okay, as I mentioned off the top, so you like the idea of adding different voices to your show, but you don't want to do streeters. It's too much effort. I'm scared to go out there and talk to people. Fine. I just installed a WordPress plugin on my website that allows visitors to leave a voice message for me on my site. It's called SpeakPipe. It's totally free, up to 90-second messages. I don't have a partnership with them at all, but I'm just telling you what I use here. So I just installed it. Tools like this have been around for a while, and maybe they might work on your site too. Here's what I want you to do. Go to podcastperformancecoach.com and leave a voice message for me. I want to know, what topic do you want me to cover on this show? Are you struggling with something or just curious? Suggest a topic to me and you might end up on my show. And I'll give you a big fat shout out too. Let me hear your topics. Just go to podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Wahlberg. See you.